Did you ever wonder what happened to the Mayflower after her historic voyage? Well, before the voyage to America, the Mayflower was used to make short sea journeys to France, Spain, and Portugal. She carried woolen cloth, and she would return with wine. Captain Jones is also believed to have made voyages to Norway, carrying various goods and taking part in whaling trips as well in the North Atlantic around the Greenland area. In 1620, the Mayflower was owned jointly by Christopher Jones, Christopher Nichols, Robert Child, and Thomas Short. She was chartered from Jones to Child in 1620 by Thomas Weston to make the Pilgrim voyage to America. But what happened to the ship? The Mayflower's master, Christopher Jones, died not long after his return from America in 1624. His widow and the three other joint owners of the vessel asked the High Court of Admiralty to carry out an appraisal or valuation of the ship, her tackle and furniture, to determine her scrap value. At this time, she was in poor shape. The transatlantic voyage no doubt took its toll on the wooden hull and her rigging, as well as her sails. The appraisers were William Crayford and Francis Burks, both mariners and shipwrights, Robert Clay and Christopher Mallam. Their report said, "We, the said appraisers, having viewed the scene, the ship's hull, masts, yards, and capstan belonging to the said ship, do estimate the same as 50 pounds. Item, 5 anchors weighing about 25 cubic tons, we value at 25 pounds. And then the suit of sails, more than half worn, we estimate 15 pounds. The 3 cables and 2 hawsers, the shrouds and the sways with all the other rigging, more than half were 35 pounds. 8 muskets, 6 land boilers, and 6 pipes at 50 shillings. This would bring the total sum of the ship to just over 128 pounds. The Mayflower's fate is uncertain after this time. She may have been soldiered on, and finally going into the breakers, she may have sank, or a joint owner may have cashed in their shares and sold her for scrapping at one of the yards in the banks of the Thames, or she may have made further voyages to America, as previously mentioned or believed by some. Her eventual fate represents an ignoble end for such a historic vessel. If indeed she was scrapped in about 1624, in those days she would have seen just another tramp cargo vessel, well past her sail date. So there's not a whole lot known about what happened to the ship herself. And again, I'm using the Mayflower 2 for the visual references. So my friends, happy Thanksgiving, and until my next video in this series, I'll talk to you soon.